Hey Soul Fam, just a quick message. So when I recorded this reading, this was meant to be a reading for Patreon. However, as I was finishing this video, I felt called to upload this as November's reading instead. So throughout the video, you might hear this week, this week, this week. So take it as this week or take it as November's reading. That is up to you. Trust your intuition. Also, I was not able to post videos earlier because I was moving home, so you would hear me say that in the intro of this video shortly when I first recorded, because those on Patreon, they know what I've been going through. I've been moving homes into another temporary rental, so it's been a little bit hectic, but I'm finally settled in. And although I was gonna do a different reading for YouTube, like a blessing video, but as I was doing this, I felt like this needed to go up as a November reading at least, or this was something that needs to be shared to everyone else. So I'm just gonna put this out here for everyone. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm back. I feel like I've been away for so long. Thank you so much for all your love, your patience, all the messages, wishing me luck and wishing me well. Thank you. I truly needed it last week. It was so hectic. It's crazy. And I think the idea that I'm not actually moving into my permanent home, that was the main thing that was kind of frustrating. Like when you pack and you know that you're going to a place that you're going to unpack for long term, it feels all right. But when you know that you're just going to be in another place for 2 months, after which, if your house isn't ready, you're gonna have to move again, or see how it goes. So even if your house is ready in 2 months, you still gotta pack and move anyway. So it's kind of like, oh gosh, why? Of course I know why. I know the reasons, but it's still, you're like, oh, so much work, why? So yes, that was just a crazy week. So thank you so much for being patient with me. I have missed doing readings. I have missed seeing clients. So I'm so glad to be back at it again. This is my first reading here in this new space. It is on the other side of the apartment, so instead of the ocean sounds, you get the road and the pool, what do you call that thing, the filter sounds and stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit more noisy, but I think it's not too bad at the moment. It still feels all right. So I'm so excited. This is I'm doing this in this new space here, my first reading here, so I'm so excited. So anyway, coming back to your reading this week. So what is going on this week? This week you are coming out of a cycle, okay, a karmic cycle. So it's like you're wrapping up 2 years of something. Okay, for some of you it is 2 years of just going through some karmic changes, karmic clearing, paying off karmic debts and stuff. And for others, it is you coming out of a cycle where now you're going to enter, you're going to have to face the karmic consequences of your actions over the last 2 years. Okay, so it depends on where you are in your journey. I always ask you to look into your numbers, your life path, your personal life path number. So not your personal life path, but your yearly life path number. Okay, so when you know what number you are in, kind of know what you can expect. But for most people, this is where you're coming out of a cycle. Even if it's not karmic, it is a cycle. It's like a 2-year cycle. And I look at it as a hamster wheel. So you're coming out of this thing. You've been, running round and round and round. And a lot of you have been asking, why is nothing changing? I'm doing all this work, but I'm still in this hamster wheel. What's going on? Why isn't anything happening? Well, you're coming out of it now. So a lot of you could be feeling pulled towards different things. It's like all of a sudden your energies change and you're like, I don't like what I've been doing. I feel like I want to do something else now. Or, there's something that doesn't feel right to me. And it's like you are coming into a new identity. So there's a lot of changes happening for a lot of people now. It is just basically, it's like you've been trapped in loop and now you're out of that loop. For me, it would be this house moving out, after 2 years moving out of that place that I was in, the loop that I was in there, the energy that I was in. I was in the number 7 house. The energy there is very, very stagnant, right? So moving into this, there's a lot of different things happening. It's like all of a sudden things are brighter, all right? Although it might not be as beautiful as the old place, but the energy, I need to be in this energy for whatever that's about to come into my life. So it's the same for everyone. You're going to be put or placed or, in a different energy, because you are ready to welcome a new thing. We are always in a damn hamster wheel, all right? It's just that we are moving from one wheel to another. Okay, because it cycles. We're always going through cycles. I see cycles as a wheel. So all you need to know is we are moving into a new cycle. So be open to change, be open to flowing and adapting to new energies. Remember, we are coming towards the end of the year now, which means that we are preparing to move into a number 8 year. And the number 8 year is all about rediscovering how to live. So something big is coming. So it's either we are going to be, it's just like when Google existed, all of a sudden everyone realized the power of Google and everyone adapted it into their life, right? So we are going into a cycle like that. So I would say AI and like this chat GPT and all those things are going to be mainstream. We are all going to be working with things like that. There's going to be modern stuff, modern technology, a lot more things, where cashless society and all those things are going to be things that are going to be prominent, and it will be something where people need to rediscover how to live. We're going to have to do away with all things that are not working for us anymore, even when it comes to like medical things and stuff like that. A lot of things are going to change. So we are preparing to move into that energy. So for the next few months, November is crucial here. We are preparing to move into, energy of rediscovering how to live. So pay attention to what's coming up, the signs that are coming up now, because that's going to be important. Okay, that's how how you can prepare yourself. The universe doesn't just throw things on you and go, here you go, that's it. It shows you signs. It kind of tells you, and it gives you time to adapt. Okay, it shows you what is available out there, and if you don't adapt, then you will fall behind. But if you adapt and jump into it now, then you are, it's easier for you to flow when things change. Okay, so just keep an open eye and think about what's going on. Also, this is a powerful month of manifestation. So, we just had the 111 and now we are coming into 1111. So, what's your thoughts? Ensure that you are not talking about things or people that you do not want to welcome into your life. So, again, pay attention to what you speak, what you think, what you watch. Watch happy movies. Don't go see all this, depressing movies and stuff. There's some depressing songs and movies that are quite nice to watch. It's like, oh yeah, it's so sad and what a good story and oh, what good acting. But we don't need that. Okay, not in November. Go watch it in December. November, watch happy stories that that you want to bring into your life. It is also a time where wishes can come true. So if you want to manifest something, this is the time to pray for it, to ask for it. And it's interesting because I never really use the word pray, because I always believe in connection and manifestation. When I speak to my guides, I don't pray to my guides, I connect. When I speak to a deity, I connect to them as my family. I do not worship. Worship is a very human thing. We worship singers and actors. We worship God. So you're meant to connect with love. And that's what I do. I connect with love. So I just felt like the energy, usually if I need something, I'll say, please, angels of this or fairies of this, help me through this, help me with that. I need to get this done, or can you help me get this done? Things like that. That's how I work with my guides. I call in the specific angels or guides of the thing that I need help with. But this time I just felt and there's a lot of drama surrounding you as well. I feel like there's third-party interferences here, but they're telling you to just let go and move forward, because something amazing is going to come to you. Also, you know, don't take the blame for anything that isn't your fault. I mean, it's not your fault. You tend to look at yourself and think, maybe it's me, maybe I could have done this better, maybe I should have done that. It's nothing to do with you, so stop self-sabotaging your energy, okay? And do what is right for you, okay? Do what is right for you. You need to stop thinking about everyone else and do what is right for you. As long as you're not causing more karma towards others, you know, you're not going and robbing, murdering someone, stealing someone's partner, or, well, you can't steal someone's partner, but you know what I mean, you know, being open to allowing that to happen, okay? Yeah, I feel like they're telling you to just flow, be open to whatever is going to come, okay? There's this energy of feeling like you're high on life, or, you know, just connected to the universe in a very different way. You know, a lot of you in this group, you are poets and mystics, the shamans, the musicians, the dreamers, the artists. That's your energy, all souls. So they're telling you to capture the wave, right? Capture the wave. And there's something about Neptunian energy here. So Neptunian energy, I feel, is very connected to, again, sabotage energy, or what you can't see, you know, something that you can't see. There's trickery, or some sort of, not really trickery, but there's something behind the veil that is there for you. But you need to make some adjustments here. You need to let go of the old. You need to go outside the ordinary, because the universe is blessing you with what you want, but you just got to go after it, okay? What else do we have? Change, the dragonfly spirit. So it's time for you to change your energy, okay? Then here we have sanctuary, and we've got the truth, okay? It's interesting, when I look at this and I looked at that card, I felt the energy of like mirror on the wall kind of thing. So I really feel like there's someone who wants what you have. Someone's very jealous of you. Look at that, the fox is jumping out here. So someone in your home is not being true, or someone in your circle is not being true. So I feel like because we've got sanctuary, this person comes into your home and this person's not being true to you. So ask the guides to show you the truth, or you might have recently discovered the truth and they're telling you to allow change to happen. You are powerful, so, and you are surrounded by luck, okay? So miracles can happen for you. Miracles can occur here. If you're looking to change homes because we've got sanctuary, then this is a very powerful energy here. They're also telling you that it's interesting, because I always look at mirrors as portals. So, but I feel like there's something about you doing mirror magic. I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm hearing. So I don't know if it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, then just ignore it. We've got flow, of course, flow with changes, forgiveness. Here, forgiveness. And I feel like once you step out of this energy, you will be able to heal. And I feel like someone who has hurt you in the past, they're going to come back and ask for forgiveness. Also, you are going to be doing some healing work where you're going to ask them for forgiveness as well. Okay, and forgive yourself as well. I feel like, you know, because this here, the sanctuary here, I feel like it's your home, and here we have family. So this is a family issue. It's like someone in your family might betray you. Okay, so we've got this whole thing here. Maybe someone from your past might come back and ask for forgiveness, or you might need to reach out to a family member to ask for forgiveness. But overall, even if there's no, you know, saying sorry and stuff involved, I do feel like you are closing that chapter, or you're walking away from a chapter of being cheated on, or being backstabbed, being betrayed, right? And you are done. It's like that chapter is done and you can walk away. because you are standing in your truth. It's interesting, the back of the deck we've got truth as well, and you know the Raven spirit is all about endings and new beginnings, so huge changes there. Okay, few more messages for group 1. You are blessed and guided. Have confidence, honor yourself. Happiness, celebration, joy. There's going to be important communication, messages. You're going to hear from someone, and wishes coming true. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. So you went from being a bit difficult to telling you that, look, all this here is available to you. And I feel like you're going to meet new people once you walk away from this situation, or once you flow into this new energy, into a new home or new family members. It's like you're going to create, did I just say from new family members? I'm sorry. I don't know if I said it or not. But anyway, I feel like you're going to create your own soul family, your own tribe. It's like you're going to find your new tribe as soon as you are in this new energy. So you're going to walk away from your old space, and you're going to change a lot of things. Some of you, this could literally just be giving away old things, changing the furniture, painting your home, you know, something to do with your home, your family home, changing things there. When this happens, right, as soon as this happens, when you face the truth and go like, yes, you know what, I actually don't like this, or I really want this, or whatever, or you're leaving your house, you're walking away from certain family members, whatever is going on here, when this change happens, you will meet your true tribe. So this is the week where you are going to be placed in the path where you will start to be, it's like they're putting you in the path to prepare you to meet your tribe. Okay, we've also got peace and harmony here, so that's beautiful. One last message here for group 1. We've got plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. We have a new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic ability. And then we've got victory, good news is on the way, public recognition or rewards. And then it's like you've come into your own. So you've come into your own power. Okay, new partnerships will be formed, or contracts, and continue to move forward. Last one, back of the deck, what you don't see coming is a new beginning here with the Magician, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Okay, right, I'm gonna stop here, group 1. Thank you for watching. I will speak to you in the next video. Hi, group 2. Welcome. Group 2, your card is by Drew. Okay, I'm just gonna analyze the card first before I go through everything else. So it's interesting because usually these cards, I just read the messages. I would tell you the name and I would read the message. I would never actually look at the images, but this time the images have been jumping out to me. So of course you picked, you know, the rose quartz and the pink crystal as well. You know, it's a heart shape, so the heart, and it's healing and love and femininity. And then if you look at the card here, there's like flowers and, or is it a rose? I don't think they're roses, but it's like pink and beautiful. So there's something about you healing your femininity. A lot of you in group 2, you have been operating from your masculine for a long time, and now you're coming into your feminine energy. So for some of you, if you've been wondering why you haven't had the support or why things are not, you know, haven't been working out for you, that is because you have been operating in your masculine energy. And for certain things to come in, for that support to come in, you needed to be in your feminine energy to allow the help to come. And I feel like this is where it happens for you this week. Okay, there is very nurturing energy, there is loving energy all around you, the goddess energy as well. There's things about your home and decorating your home, bringing flowers indoors, making your place feel beautiful, rose essence. Some of you, you're being encouraged to buy a new perfume that has very beautiful rose tones to it, you know, like very sweet smelling perfumes or oils if you use. There is something about the mother energy, so there's a healing. If you are a mother, then there's a healing of your mother energy. For also there's a womb healing happening in your body, so there's I see the womb and the heart healing. If you've had a child before, I'm seeing that whatever that your child left behind inside of you, it could be 1 year ago or 18 years ago, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's like whatever they left behind, it's now awakening to heal you from inside. They're telling you that you are loved in every possible way. Okay, so maybe you have been feeling unloved, or feeling like you're by yourself and things like that. That's changing. Okay, there's a lot of positivity in your home that you are in. I feel good things. I see good food. I see traditional food. I see you getting something new. Maybe you discover a new restaurant, or something like that feels very positive here. Okay, it's like you're coming out of darkness. That's what I feel like. You're coming out of darkness, and it's been a long process of you trying to step out of this old energy. Okay, I feel like this is a very lucky it's a very lucky month for you. Interesting, this is meant to be a weekly reading, but as I was doing your reading, I felt like saying November, and every time I was going to say November, I'm like, nope, it's a weekly reading. But honestly, this might be your monthly reading, so this is beautiful. You might get help from a lot of masculines in your life, or I feel like the people that would come forward to support you and help you are the divine masculine energies. It could be a man that you know, or a stranger. I feel like there is something going on here. Okay, it's all about divine timing for whatever that's about to come into your life. So and I feel like you're going to gain some sort of finance or wealth. There's something about that coming in. Okay, it's like growing and growing and growing. It's like, the what do you call the vines growing? Yeah, and it's just getting more and more. So you might be looking into certain expanding your wealth, your assets. Okay, you might be looking into that. Don't rush anything. That's what I'm hearing. Don't rush anything. If you've been waiting for something, don't, you just gotta wait a little bit longer. Don't rush things. I'm gonna let you do a yes or no. Okay, I feel like a lot of you have questions, so I'm gonna pull a yes or no card. So ask a yes or no question. Okay, ask a yes or no question. I'll put this here. It says no. I'll let you ask another one. Try not to repeat the same question in a different format. Okay, ask a second question. A lot of people say, am I gonna this? Oh, am I gonna this again? But adding another word in there. So yeah, trust. Okay. Okay, so another question. It says don't stop. I'll pull another one in case you're waiting for yes or no. It says yes. Okay, I'll just pull a few more to see if it makes sense to you. So we have communicate clearly. So whatever that you're asking about, it does require you to talk about how you actually feel. You gotta communicate. I feel like some of you, maybe you need to send an official letter, or you need to send a letter to the people who are doing something for you. If something's being created for you, maybe you want to reach out and tell them that I need it by this time, it's urgent, or explain yourself in that way. But they're telling you not to rush it. Wait, because if you rush it, then there's gonna be leaks in whatever that you're trying to get. Okay, or leaks in whatever you're trying to build. That's what I'm hearing. So another one with the time. It's not the right time. We know you told us to wait. Can we know when? Can we please get a timeline for whatever it is that's being asked here? It is perfect timing, so I'm gonna put this back, because I feel like once they do that, if they give me an answer and I keep pushing, that means there's no clear answer yet, because it all depends on the energy and how things go. So let's not push it. Now, oh, I haven't read the message of the card yet, so let's read the message of the card. It says, please do not be sad. A crisis, a loss, or a change is always painful initially, but at the same time, it opens up to new opportunities. It opens up new opportunities. Your situation will be short-lived. Take a close look at your sore point and then transform it into gratitude and acceptance, because it shows you what may now be past or what or who is wrong. There is a positive turnaround soon, and your new happiness has to do with a man or woman with whom you are in professional contact. I'm just gonna let the sirens go past. Yep, that's like the 4th ambulance going past. I wonder what's going on. Okay, so again, this could be a crisis, maybe that's connected to you, a crisis. Maybe it is someone's unwell, or you might be visiting someone in the hospital. I feel like someone has been admitted, maybe a mother or someone, you know, a parent. Someone's been admitted in the hospital, so you might be traveling quite a bit, maybe going to the hospital. Maybe you are planning to travel back to a different town or city where your family is, or where this person is, or a different country where that person is. So there is something about, you know, travel. There's something about being connected to people across the world. There is something about you going to beautiful places, but overall it's very positive energy here, but it's just about divine timing. They're telling you not to rush anything. Okay, so moving forward, I keep seeing a puppy, so I feel like maybe you're looking to get a pet again, or maybe a pet is transitioning. There's something happening here, but I feel like maybe there's a pet that wants to come into your life, and that maybe the soul is currently being born or about to be born. So in 3 months you might see that pet, and so you gotta ask for, you know, if you're looking to adopt a pet, then maybe, you know, manifest and tell your guides what you're looking for, and give permission and say, set the path, you know, open the path for that animal to meet me, and for me to meet that animal, you know, however, wherever, open the path. Okay, so I think that's something that you need to do now. Okay, there's a lot of business investments and things like that. I feel like if you're looking to invest in some sort of business overseas, they're telling you to wait first. Okay, now we have psychic abilities. So yep, you are spot on there. Trust your intuition. Okay, trust your intuition. This would be a good time for you to get a reading as well. We've got expansion. So truly, this is about you expanding your energy around the world. You're just accumulating more assets. You're connecting to people. It's also like the tree. Your family tree is growing. So I guess you're meeting someone, and you'll connect to their friends and family. So it's just like, it's beautiful. I feel like there's fairies involved, and there is money, and there is finance, and there is passion. You know, there's a very passionate person involved here as well. Comfort food. There's comfort food. Right, so we've also got prosperity here. Okay, prosperity, and again with the bee, it's like it's coming through beautiful means, because, you know, sometimes you can have inheritance through death and things like that, but yours is, you've got the bee, so it's like the honey. It feels positive. Okay, and then we've got retreat. So this is, you know, traveling somewhere. Okay, we've got manifesting dreams, friendships. So truly, you are going to meet someone new, or meeting new people that you can connect to. Finding yourself, finding your tribe. It's like you are transforming, and I feel like you're finding love again. This, you know, it's like you were forced, if you are, you know, if you are a woman, I feel like you were forced to become very masculine because of the situation that you have been in, and now you're finding joy in becoming your true feminine self with a good balance. you know, you need to have both masculine and feminine energies inside. So there's like this beautiful balance inside, and you're finding that spark again. I feel like you are, you know, doing something where you look at yourself and you think, yeah, I like what I see, because I feel for a long time you just looked in the mirror and tried to ignore it, or you always found faults in yourself. So that's something's changing here. The spark inside of you is being activated again. Again, fairy energy, a lot of good things. Okay, your energy is being cleared, you are protected. Just have patience, because again, about timing. Okay, your talents will be seen. Okay, and you're going back to an old contract or something that you had. There was like a gift, a talent that you had, and you let go of that. That's the spark that you let go of, because you needed to come into this awakening, dark night of the soul. And now that that bit of the story is over, you can now come into, you know, it's like you're coming back into who you always meant to be. You've got this star quality, you know, this spark inside, very Marilyn Monroe, I walk in the street, all hate stirring kind of energy. So it's just a matter of you finding that spark again. Okay, and that spark is being activated. There is something you might be looking to do, some facials or some cosmetic work to feel beautiful. Maybe you're going to color your hair, get a new haircut, get some new makeup. Maybe you're doing some, I don't know, Botox or whatever for your face, and it gives you that confidence and that push to feel good. So you know, whatever that makes you happy, okay, whatever that makes you feel confident and positive, whatever you trust. Again, it is your reality. If you believe certain things are going to harm you, then it will harm you. All right, because a lot of people will be like, oh, you cannot advocate this kind of things, but you know what, this reality is what you make of it. Okay, oops, too many cards. Reshuffle. So here we have, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. You've got the Star, Archangel Jophiel. We have happy times, make positive, optimistic, and long-term plans. You're on the right path. Completing goals, competing goals. Okay, so this might be competition with others, conflict with others, bothersome details. So that might be something that might come up for you. Okay. It's interesting. Because I'm seeing this and I'm hearing you can't fight fire with fire, right? You can't fight fire with fire. But it's okay, this is so weird. Because I understand you can't fight fire with fire, that makes sense, right? And that's always the message about peace and choosing to find peace. But it's like they're showing me a scene from that Avatar movie where the others, what do you call that? The whales, they're not whales, but you know, the tulkun, I think they're called the tulkuns. I'm not sure, but anyway, so the whales. I'm just gonna say whales. They apparently I can't remember the exact story. Okay, so I'm not gonna quote what they said, but something along the lines of the whales decided that they are peaceful creatures and they will not attack. And then next thing you know, humans are attacking and killing them, and they don't fight back. So it's like the one that was outcast, he's the only one that fought. So sometimes you need to take a stand with what is going on. Okay, you need to communicate and you need to take a stand with what is going on. Okay, but do it in a clever way. All right, I feel like that's so conflicting. It's like, you know, you can't fight fire with fire, but then how are you, you know, but then if they're telling you to take a stand, I guess then they're telling you, instead of walking away from the fire, throw water on it. Okay, and a few more cards here. The last one, we have awakening. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Okay, so yes, be what you want to be, who you want to be, right? Don't listen to other people. Do what makes you feel happy. People are going to tell you, oh, you know, spiritual people don't do this, or spiritual people can't wear that. You know what? Do whatever you want to do, because this is your reality. As long as you know in your heart you are a kind person, you mean well for others, you're doing, you know, you only do good, then it doesn't matter anything else, okay? There's an image of what spiritual people need to look like, or what a professional person needs to look like. There's always these images that people, you know, put on you. So it's like, oh, you know, people who have tattoos are gangsters, and you know, so it's something like that. Okay, so don't let other people's definition of something define you. Okay, good luck, good fortune, windfall. So there are two parts here. You will have to make a choice over the next few weeks. Again, intuition, psychic. So trust your intuition or get a psychic reading. Okay. And we've got yes, just be positive. All right, everything's gonna be okay. Just be positive. It's easy to say, I know. Just be positive. You be positive. Leave me alone. When you're frustrated, it can sound like that. Anyway, I feel like, you know, this is a week where you can be open to receive love. You can reach out to other people for comfort and love, and others will come and offer that to you as well. You will grow stronger from any situation that you are in, and any sadness that you experience will heal, you know, this week, okay? Because a crisis, loss, or change is always painful initially, and I feel like don't be sad. It's just, you know, this situation is short-lived. So whatever that comes into your life now, whatever that's happening, is just a short-term thing, and then there's going to be change again. Okay, and like this, I would say this is very connected to me. Like, you know, I'm in this new apartment, and this is just short-lived as well. So I'm not going to be here for long, and then I'm going to move. And although it was like, oh, so stressful, I've got to come here, but there's a reason why I need to be here. So it's like it's a bit of a pain initially, you know, moving for a while and knowing that I've got to move again. But then, you know, there's some transformation that can happen in this space that's needed for me. All right, so apply that to yourself. Okay, what's going on here? What change is happening for you here? Overall, very positive this week. A lot of good things. I feel like you need to do something for yourself. Okay, maybe invest in yourself. You need to have beautiful scents in your home, so rose scents all around. I feel like I need to be in that warmth kind of energy, wearing light colors, wearing pinks, and eating good food. It's so interesting, but like comfort food, you need comfort food. So maybe spend a little bit on your meals this week. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, group 2. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you in the next video. Hi group 3, welcome. Group 3, so your card is from Electra. So first thing came to me, there is a movie called Electra, so you may want to go look at her. I feel like her energy, you're embodying her energy, the color red and silver. I feel like there is this wild energy where it's like you stand out in a crowd. Okay, there's something about you feeling beautiful. People look at you and think, whoa, you know, he or she is beautiful, what a beautiful human. It's this energy of a Greek god, goddess kind of feel. That's what I'm getting from you. This week, there's some changes happening, and I feel like you feel good and you look good as well. So let's look at what the card says. It says, in relationships, you had to suffer a lot, endure much, but you are no longer the little gray mouse or the needy man or woman who has to beg for love. You are a different person now, and a great true love will find you now and love you for being the way that you are. Open-hearted, authentic, confident, and just yourself. Beautiful. And you know how I said that I feel you look like a god or a goddess. You're just like the perfect human kind of thing. Even if you might not see that in the mirror, but others see you like that. And so you're going to have a lot of admirers. Someone's going to send you flowers this week. For someone here, that might not be a message for everyone. But you know, you're gonna get a lot of admirers. You will have people complimenting your beauty, your looks. I know that's not everything, but this week, I feel like it just boosts your confidence. You know, when you go out and someone says, you are so beautiful, and you feel, oh, really? Thank you. You know, you feel good, right? So, and I feel like you're attracting, you know, not just the opposite sex, but the same sex as well. So you're going to get like a love letter or a secret admirer letter, you know, that kind of thing. Flowers, or someone's going to approach you again. Like now that you are in this energy, you're going to attract a lot of love and attention, but also, most importantly, right, group 3, you have been in the energy where you felt like you needed to prove your worth to other people. You needed to prove your worth to the people that you like. It's like, love me because look at me, I can do all these things for you. Love me because I can give this to you. But you need to come into the energy where you are like, okay, but are you good enough for me? You know, for you, you would just put up with everyone. You just, you know, it's like you are like this open home to just welcome anyone in. You know, it's like you give anyone shelter, people who do not deserve you, and you know these people don't deserve you, but you just open up your heart and you welcome these people in, and then they break your heart, you know, and they don't see your value because you don't see your value. You know, you're trying your best to prove yourself to them rather than see, is this person worthwhile me opening my heart to? Is this person worth my time? You know, you don't give them a chance to prove their worth to you. You know, it's not like you sit there and think that you are everything. You know, yes, you show your love and your appreciation for others as well, but at the same time, you want others to also show you. You know, I don't know how to say this without sounding nasty, but you always, basically, those who are not nice, you give them a chance. You know, even when your intuition told you this person's not right for you, but you were like, you know, oh, give them the benefit of doubt. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my insecurity. Maybe it's me. You always came back and, you know, ask you and kind of put it on you. Maybe it's you. You need to change. And which is great because you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. I see that. You've been doing massive work on yourself. And because of that, you know, you have transformed into this person, and now that you are this wonderful, powerful person who knows their worth, the right person can come in, and it's not going to be anyone. It's like you're just driving on the road and just picking people up. It will be the right person. Okay. Besides that, I feel like there is something to do with modernity, technology. So you might be looking to do something online, maybe opening an online store, online shopping, or you're going to receive a message, some sort of communication, again, like a letter and things online. You're going to hear from maybe an ex is going to come back to you. It's like, hey, you know, I miss you and stuff like that. So there is something here. They're telling you, you know, not to settle. Again, there is something about you going outside your ordinary. So things that you never did before, they're telling you to do it. Just go out, you know, get out in the sun, go for a swim somewhere. And I feel like when you do that, when you go outside your ordinary, or you know, you travel somewhere out of where you usually go, and it can be something as simple as, oh, you know, going to a different restaurant or going to a different coffee shop. You know, something as simple as that. Or it could simply be a trip that you're taking somewhere, or, you know, going to a new park, or doing something that you don't usually do, right? That's where I feel you're going to meet new people. You're going to meet someone. Okay, so it's a very powerful time here. I feel like you need to get a lot of sunlight. If you have children as well, you want to take your kids and go spend some time in the sun, have picnics, getting less screen time and more sun and nature. Okay. There is some sort of energy of, you know, coming into your own power, or truly not letting, like I think I'm repeating myself here about, you know, just letting anyone into your life, but this time you're allowing others to prove their worth, if they're worthy being in your life. So that's come up again. You will be making some new changes in your life. It's like spending time alone somewhere, like, again, going to a coffee shop by yourself, going to a new restaurant by yourself, going to the cinema, watching a movie by yourself. going to some workshop or some sort of seminar or event by yourself, and you meet new people, or maybe you're going to an event with someone, but that's where you will meet new people. I feel like the last October eclipse made a huge, brought this new energy into your life. You may not see it yet, but the energy of change and transformation is here. Some sort of move here where you need to be quick on your toes, and whatever's going to happen now is going to take like 6 months. So between now and the eclipse that will come next year, okay, between now and then there's going to be this huge life transformation that will happen for you. So it's kind of like you are in this birthing place for the next 6 months. So it's not settled. There's a lot of changes going on here. A lot of changes. There's a lot of exploring new things. There is higher learning. You might be looking to study something new. Basically, there's for some of you, I hate using this word, but a lot of you in group 3, you do have a twin flame, and so there's like a twin flame union, or where you are going to come together to fulfill a prophecy, or basically uniting with something greater than yourself. Okay. Okay, so let's see, what else do you need to know? We've got freedom. So you're flying in a new direction. You are free from a certain karmic energy. You are free from it's like you couldn't fly because you were in a cage, or there were obstacles placed around you. You're coming out of that energy and you're free. There's magic surrounding you as well. We've got the truth here. Okay, the truth is being shown to you. You are sending in your truth. I also feel like there's something that's being burned away. And again, I feel like you look amazing. You're looking in the mirror and you feel amazing. We have friendship, so you will be meeting new people, new groups of friends. Hang on, let me just adjust the camera here. I'm not sure if it's clear. What else do we have? We've got magic. Okay, magic. Manifesting dreams. Generosity. You're going to have more than enough to give others, to share with others. We've got chaos with the storm spirit. Now with this, I know chaos feels like, oh no, it's chaos, but this just feels like there's change and travel. It's like, pack your bags and move, pack your bags and move. So you might be going on a holiday, you might be going on a cruise ship, you might be going traveling somewhere for a seminar, traveling somewhere for work, a business trip. So there's like movement, it's like, okay, pack your stuff and leave, pack your stuff and leave, that kind of energy here. But also I feel like you are collecting power. The storm is a powerful time to recharge. The storm energy is powerful. So if there's a storm happening, go out and collect the energy, meditate, feel, pull in the power into you. Okay, it's a very powerful energy to work with. Just as the ocean, storm energy is also very powerful. Okay, we've got dreams here, manifesting your dreams. Okay, again, manifesting dreams, and we've got dreams coming true. This is a good time to ask for what you want. I feel for a lot of you, you've been asking for connections, true connections. So I feel like that's coming in. But the connections that are coming in is very different from you. Okay, so it could be you're connecting to people of different cultures, ethnicity, different backgrounds, people who are different. You are connecting to, or you're going to places that is not the place that you usually go to. When I say go outside the ordinary, it's going to places that you don't usually frequent. Okay, because you are it's interesting, they're saying you are a creature of comfort. You choose the same thing over and over again. So it's time to try something new. Okay, one last card. We've got happiness. So that's what we want, happiness. Also, you're getting a lot of messages from the birds. So pay attention to the birds that come to your window, or the ones that you see when you go out. Okay, moving on. What else does, I feel like I want to look at the blessings coming to you. I know this is meant to be the weekly reading, but this feels like it's like for the whole month. Anyway, here we've got a blessing for healing of injury or illness, a blessing to heal a relationship. So if you've been unwell, then a lot of healings coming up here. You're going to feel better again, because you're making a lot of new adjustments. Sunlight will heal you. Okay, sunlight, healing the solar plexus, that will be very powerful for you. So if you've had like gastric issues and stuff, or stomach, digestive issues, I feel like there's a lot of healing happening there. I feel there's a lot of womb healing happening as well, or the sacral chakra healing, as well as the solar plexus healing. Okay, now moving on. There's something about you holding a sword. So again, coming back to this energy of Electra, I know there's a character, she's come up in one of my other readings as well, and someone told me that she's one of like the superhero characters, but I don't know what her weapon is, if it's a sword or a whip or something. I think it's not a whip, because that's Wonder Woman. Electra has something as well, but I just feel like there's a sword or something involved here, which means that you are cutting, you're setting boundaries, you're cutting ties with anything that doesn't bring you joy. Okay, and a lot of good things coming. So it could be an old friend coming back into your life as well. You may have dreamt about this person recently. Maybe you had a dream about this person, and then this person's gonna reach out, or you're gonna bump into them somewhere and you end up chatting and you become friends again. Okay, so a blessing to heal a relationship there. We've got enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, being successfully self-employed. It's time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. There is some sort of air travel involved for someone here, so you might be looking to travel somewhere. And again, if you're traveling, you're going to a place that is across the world, or you're going to a town that has a lot of people with different ethnicities, or a new cultural place, or you're going to a place up on the mountains. And then we've got defend your beliefs and decision, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. A new exciting, an exciting new opportunity, career advancements, change your life now. So I'm going to use now the tea leaf deck just to get a few more messages for you. Okay, we've got peace and harmony that came up for the other group as well. And then we've got hard work ahead. You will receive a gift, opportunity or windfall. And then we've got peace and harmony. And also at the back of the deck, what you don't see coming, this will come as a surprise because it's at the back of the deck, so it's not something that you kind of know it's gonna come. This is like a surprise. A meeting with a stranger could be important, and again, that could be and that's interesting, because I feel like this person will protect you, very loyal to you as well. And I feel like that's something that's lacking from your life, loyalty from the people around you, because you are loyal to others, but others are not loyal to you. So I feel like that's coming in as well, like loyalty. And then we've got I feel like overall there's happiness. Okay, great happiness. So you feel happy. Okay, and if you look at this as well, you are a different person now, and the great true love will find you now and love you for being the way that you are, open-hearted, authentic, confident, and just yourself. For some, it is not just a romantic partner. For some, it is a friendship as well. Okay, a friend who is loyal to you. Okay, not someone who's gonna backstab you. And this will be like a stranger that becomes someone very important to you. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, group 3. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you in the next video.